Some trust in chariots, some trust in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord. Some trust in their skills, others trust in their kings, but we trust in the name of the Lord. When the arm of flesh will fail them, we'll still be standing tall, cause we trust in the name of the Lord. When they say there's a casting down, we will say there's a lifting up, cause we trust in the name of the Lord. If the Lord doesn't build a house, then we labor in vain, but we trust in the name of the Lord. If the Lord doesn't watch the city, then we stay awake in vain, but we trust in the name of the Lord. Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. I triumph in the name of...
Okay, welcome back. Now we are on the home stretch, just about wrapping up the show. But before we do that, we've got to take the home stretch and our artist of the week. Our guest is a gospel artist, is a singer, songwriter, passionate and minister of the gospel. I understand he is from Kaduna State, and the name initially we were thinking, is it Lange or Lange or Lange, he says. Solomon, good morning and welcome to the show.
It's so good to be here.
Well, you're the wise man, I guess.
Yeah.
Or named after the wise man.
Okay, named after the wise man. I like that. Yeah.
So, how did you get into gospel?
I mean, I grew up.
You grew up in church.
I grew up in a Christian family.
You're a church boy.
I'm a church boy. So naturally, I was in the choir. Grew up in the choir. Then you got into a band. You're in school. You got into singing. You got from the group. Wrote the songs the group sang. And then you grew up. You noticed you had the passion. You kept doing it.
So you were singing in church choir. Did you play an instrument?
Yeah, I played the keyboard. I mean, the church choir I was singing at that time, it was just a choir. There were no instruments we played. But now I play instruments. Yes, I play the keyboard.
You play the
I
keyboard?
play the guitar. I play the trumpet.
No drums?
No, I don't play the drums.
You actually look like you're going to be able to...
I should try it,
Yeah, you should try it.
Is there music in your family? Did your father sing? Did your mother sing? Or they just enjoyed music?
Incidentally, the whole of my family sings. My father sings very well. My mother sings excellently. I mean, every time, growing up as a child, every time my mother got hurt, she sang.
Were they in the choir as well?
Maybe they were before I was born, but by the time I started growing up, they were not in the choir. Okay, but my mom sings with something they call the Women Fellowship. It's called Milestones in Hausa. The Women Fellowship, she sings with them. In the village, she's one of the lead singers, But she sings awesome. She's good.
I assume that you went to school.
Yes, I did.
Why did you choose to stick to music?
Music has been my passion. I'm happy doing music. I've always been happy doing music. Tried my hand doing some jobs. I hated Monday morning. But I enjoyed singing. I could be very tired and you give me the microphone to sing and I'll enjoy singing. So I asked myself, why keep going to work and I hate some Monday morning when you can do what you do?
Did you study music?
No, I didn't study music.
Yeah, that's what happens. All of you fall in love with music, decide to go and study accountancy, for instance,
or mass communication.
and then you go back to singing.
Yeah, I don't know. It just happens, and then maybe because here most of our institutions here don't offer music. Most of the universities in Nigeria, very few, do music. So you don't have those places where you get serious formal training in music. So most of the training you get in music, you do it personally. It's informal.
How many music schools do we have in Nigeria that you know of?
I can't think. I know Muson Center has something in Lagos. I know Nsukka or Ife does music, but I can't think of very professional. There are some small music schools here and there around the country, but very professional, internationally acclaimed, very known music institutions. No, I don't know.
Would you say that that's part of the reason why we find it difficult to break beyond the barrier that we have in the musical realm today? And we're not doing too badly, by the way.
Well, I don't know what barrier you're referring to, because we're doing well, we're trying, but I think we can do much more with more training.
You say we're doing well?
Okay, in a sense, we're doing well.
But if you are to be honest, you will find that we have good musicians. Nigerians who are singing and doing very well, internationally acclaimed.
Very true, very true.
But when you want to get session men and true people in the background that will do a fantastic job, people end up bringing
That's true.
Audio engineers from South Africa, lighting engineer from Kenya.
That's true.
And not Nigerian.
Not Nigerians. Okay, that I'm going to agree with you. And even among the big names in music today, most of our people can play. If they're going to sing on stage, they can lip sync with their songs. How many can really put a band together and say, I'm coming to perform for you tonight? Very few of our very, very popular names are able to do that. So I'll agree with you that that could also be the reason. So we need more institutions, people to come in and invest, and let's have more institutions, music institutions in the country, music engineering institutions in the country, affiliating with other institutions around the world. Yes, we need that.
Okay, so when you look at your music, I understand Nagode.
Yeah.
It's a big hit in northern Nigeria. Is it on the sick tune or ringtones? Yeah?
Yes, it is.
It is. So we can listen to it on one of those ringtones. Now,
get it on YouTube.
Okay, so when you've done that, do you feel you've conquered Nigeria or just northern Nigeria?
I believe in growth. You start from one point.
You're not answering my question.
Yeah. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. We've done very well in the north.
Yes.
To God be the glory. We've done very well in the north.
Amen.
Right now we're trying to reach other parts of the country, and then we're going to reach other parts of the world. We're still young, so we're coming.
How young is your young?
I'm in my 30s. So.
Okay.
So, but I don't think I've conquered Nigeria like I should yet. The dream is to be able to get your music around the whole world, But I think we've done a good job with the North. He that is faithful in little is faithful in much. So it's a good sign.
Yeah.
This is a real Baptist boy here. What did you study at school?
I did mass comm.
Why the choice of mass comm?
I don't know, because they told me that mass comm was close to music. You're going to be able to stay in one position. And I think studying it has a lot to do with music. It helps your understanding of communication, that music is a form of communication at the end of the day, and that whatever you're going to do, whatever you're singing, in any language you're singing, or whatever you're doing, if you don't pass a message across to people, you fail in trying to communicate. So it added a lot to my music.
Now, in deciding what genre of music you were going to go into, what influenced that choice?
Doing gospel? Okay, since when I was a kid, everybody thought I was going to be a pastor. I was going to pastor a church. They thought I was going to go to a seminary and then pastor a church, because very early, I was very, very, very involved in church. As a very young teenager, they used to give me the church to preach to adults, the youth, and then eventually to people who were much older than me, people who were like my grandparents, So everybody thought I was going to be. So I love the gospel. I love to preach the gospel. And then since I have passion in music, I love music. I want to do the gospel, preach the gospel. It works for me to do gospel music.
Okay,
Who were your influences?
Oh, Dr. Panam Percy Paul. I mean, we call him the father of gospel music in Africa, Dr. Panam Percy Paul. He's based in Jos. His music has gone around the world. He's the biggest influence I've had. And then, of course, some other Western people, the Winans family, generally, of course, the R. Kellys, other rock people. So we've had great influences.
now I got your profile last night, and it said that you shared stage with the likes of Kennedy. You opened performance for him, and where?
We've had a couple of concerts around the country. Like, there was a time at the Ecumenical Center, he was brought for a program here in Abuja. I was there, I ministered. And then, he wasn't at Jam, but there were other big international artists that were there.
What's it like when you share a stage with the likes of Donald McLaughlin and the likes of Ron Kennedy, and you see them, they preach, they minister, and they also sing? And people say it's life-changing. What was it like for you?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I had an experience. The first time I sang, Donald McLaughlin was standing. It's always been a blessing to me. And they all stood up, and I finished singing my Nagode, so I was walking down the stage. And then he came and met me. And he said, "Why did you stop? You should have continued." I said, "No, I had time." It was a blessing because I'd always looked at him from afar. I've read his biography. I've listened to his music. It makes you want to dream some more. That you could dream years ago and see those dreams come to pass. It fires you some more. It makes you want to dream bigger dreams. Now you know that dreams come true.
So what's your dream?
My dream, apart from how much I want to make from music, because that matters too. My biggest dream really, as a Nigerian, my music is to be able to change the minds of our people, to use my music, even though it's gospel, but to be able to change the minds of our people from what the politicians have done to us. Now we think in tribal lines and religious lines and sectional lines. The fact that I'm becoming so huge, and many people, young people are looking up to me, I want to be able to change your opinions, make my opinion your opinion. That you're first a Nigerian before you're a Christian, you're first a Nigerian before you are whatever tribe you are, that first I think of the good of Nigeria before I think of myself. So I want to be able to transfer that mindset via my music into people and see and inspire other musicians to be able to do the same and make Nigerians come together and say, we want to build a Nigeria of our dreams, where we are not discriminating against you because this is your religion or this is your tribe. We just want to
Though tribe and tongue may differ.
True.
Okay, now we will have to wrap up the program in just a minute, and when we do, we will need you. Maybe you will sing Nagode for us. You sing us out with Nagode. But just as your own final word, what will that be? What message will you be passing on to Nigerians?
I know it's been hard. We all grew up saying Nigeria is hard, but I know that it can get better. We were born into very poor families. Over our lifetime, we've seen our lives get better. If our lives can get better, it means that the life of our nation, because we make up the nation is going to get better. So wherever you are, whatever you're going through, I want you to know that there's definitely going to be a better day.
Definitely. On that note, we want to say thank you very much, Solomon Lange.
Thank you, sir.
The one named after the wise man.
Yeah.
So we say thank you very much.
Lange.
Yes.
That's it, Lange.
It's okay.
Yes. So we want to say thank you very much, and we wish you the very best. May God continue to bless you and your ministry.
Thank you.
All right.
And that's us for today. We came to you from Abuja, and I'm Alero Edu, wishing you all the best wherever you may be on God's earth, because I know that we're being watched all over the world. So have a blessed weekend and a blessed week ahead. I am Alero Edu.
My name is Kaide Akintemi. Here's wishing you the exact same, and all the blessings coming from Alero may it be shared with every single one of you. Enjoy the month of November and get prepared. Christmas is around the corner. It will meet us well. That's our prayer. So
Amen.
over to you.
All right. Samurai kabani nagode cheto kabani nagode saimako kabani nagode sujada nenake sujada Godia nenake nagode I nagode Koini Sunday garizataye O Nigeria Share Hawaii